Hi!
We're live.
Oh, somebody. Who was that?
It was me.
Oh.
I'm guilty. Derek has to be that guy.
We had people waiting, and then they left. Oh, they're starting, and then they left.
Oh,
Oops, I don't want to kick you. There we go.
They said. Oh man, are we ready to start this bad boy off since there's nobody in the chat right now? We used to say hi to people in the chat, but there's nobody there. So look at this shirt. Oh man, I put this shirt on just for this show.
I was going to.
I should have. Oh man, that'd been perfect.
We all could have wore our shirts. And it would have been.
I have my Tron shirt on. My K-Tron shirt.
K-Tron. I have a beef with Disney about that stuff. We can talk about it.
Man,
we'll talk about
let's
it.
Save it for the show.
Save it for the stream.
All right, here we go. Ready? This is 265, right?
Yeah.
That's what I put.
Just around the corner. 266.
That's right.
That's our ongoing joke.
Yeah.
About to celebrate episode 266. Derek's like, I'm not doing anything else with you guys.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And hello and welcome to I Am Geek. This is episode 265. My name's Ryan. I'm joined by my good pal, Katrin.
Heyo.
And our other good pal, Derek Frank.
Derek
Hey.
B. Frank.
Derek D. Frank.
There. Yes. Today I was Frank Douglas. So.
Oh,
Well, there we go.
Yeah. The wonders of having 3 first names, and they use your driver's license, and they don't know what lines to read because it is, it's Tennessee.
It is
Hey.
Tennessee. Hey. Chris is not with us this week. Again.
not on the show.
No, he is no longer with us on this episode of I Am Geek. He came back from his cruise and got sick, but it's not any of the big ones now. COVID, flu, or whatever.
Strep
strep. The doctor's just like, I don't know, something's wrong with you.
You're sick.
You're sick. So he's not on. But Derek is on.
Yay.
You're stuck with me, everybody.
And I am excited. And Derek's aunt is in the chat.
She's the one that got me started with my love of Disney.
Oh, cool.
Yes, she took me on my first trip.
So speaking of Disney, we'll just jump right because Katrin is wearing his K-Tron shirt.
Yes.
Today, emails went out for pass holders, DVC,
Yeah.
one other thing, for a preview of Tron. I've been a DVC member for well over a decade. I've been a pass holder for many, 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 many years. Did I get an email? No. And I don't understand why. If somebody out there knows why I don't get these magical emails, let me know. I even went last time I was at Disney. I went to guest services like, do you know why I don't get these emails? And they're like, well, let me look at your stuff. It all looks good to me. You should get them. So I think they just don't like me.
I guess not. DVC, don't vote JPEG. No. Oh. Now that's a new shirt.
Don't vote.
You do seem to get all of the emails later than everybody. Like we got the some D23 emails a while back about like an apology to something, and you're just like, I didn't get it, and then you finally got it.
I didn't. But every time there's a new ride, I never get them ever. And I've asked Disney. They're like, we don't know.
But do they send those out to all pass holders, including the ones that are out of state? Or is that just for
all these other people on Facebook are like, I got mine.
Okay. I get my emails before you.
And I check the settings to make sure that there's nothing that says, don't allow or whatever in the Disney stuff. It all
still
says
using an AOL account.
It's
I do crank up my computer to turn it on.
It's dial up.
Well, the email address related to my Disney stuff isn't Hotmail, so maybe.
Oh gosh,
because I'm that old.
I was about to make a joke because it's still a Hotmail account, but then I was like, oh, I think it is.
for that, yeah. Because originally that's what all my Disney stuff was under, so it just stayed under that. And
you can change that.
Yeah, but that's just, you got to change a bunch. I'd have to change DVC, pass holder, Disney Plus.
Is it not just one big account though? Because it's like when I log into anything Disney, it's just that one account now. It used to be separate, but they merged them all. Even ESPN is.
It's not like that I could actually go ride the ride early anyways. It's not like I I got a date on it. It's just I just want to feel noticed. Included.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
you just need to, I mean, if you only knew a cast member, you might be able to go with them.
I know a bunch of cast members.
I was going to say,
but
that's how all the influencers are going.
So I know.
Quit it.
A bunch of people didn't get the preview thing. It's like some big time influencers. They were mad. I'm like, oh, poor thing.
Oh, support influencers.
I mean,
it's gonna be there though from now on. You know, the ride. It's not like it's going anywhere.
I want to be a Disney influencer, but all my Disney vlogs tank. Like, I can make a video about DIY stuff. Does great. Do a Disney vlog.
We should just start a new show.
You know what? We should start a new show
to do with Disney and maybe some other stuff.
What would we call it?
Oh man,
I don't know.
Emerge.
Let me stretch a minute.
Derek, I realized that you and I have we have the same chair or same brand chair.
Oh yeah, I got this chair. What was it, like Office Max or something?
Yeah, I got mine online somewhere. I don't know where it was, but it was,
they had it on sale. And it was like $80, and I'm very cheap. Even though I'm a big guy and I need a good chair, this thing is held up.
Yours is a little bit different model. Looks like a little bit better quality. Mine is tearing apart.
Oh, okay, mine's doing really well. We're like a year and a half into it. This is the longest I've ever had a chair.
Maybe 2 years. So
that brings me to our new show that we're coming out with, chairs.
Living with the chairs.
Living with the chairs. But seriously, folks, a while back, was it the first time we had you on, Derek?
Maybe first or second.
Maybe second.
Because the first time we probably had Chris on with us, and then that time it was just us three.
The first time was probably all about Derek. When I usually have the guests on the first time, I like smooth them up and it's like the best guy in the world, blah 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 blah. And then when we get him back on, it's like, he's just one of us now.
we can give him a hard time.
Yeah, we give him a hard time. Anyways, on one show we decided to do a show on what our ideas of what to do to expand Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
And Katrin was coming up with some bangers.
Yeah, that was such a fun episode.
That was a fun episode. And he mentioned that there should be a ride, sort of like Living with the Land. And then I think I said, "How about
I said instead of a boat, you would have a Landspeeder, and it's going through, and it'd be a boat ride there."
And I said, "Living with the Landspeeder."
Yeah,
which blew up. People loved it.
All four of us loved it.
People see this T-shirt and they're like, "What is this? And why can't I ride it?" And I'm like,
"It needs to happen." Is really what it comes down to. But.
If Eisner was still in charge, it would be greenlit.
Totally.
If you don't know who Eisner is, then you're not old like us.
Yeah,
green.
He was Disney CEO a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we thought we got to expand on this. The popularity of this phrase is just everywhere.
Yeah.
And we decided, hey, we should make a separate show from iamGEEK, where we basically talk Disney, talk Star Wars, but we also add to, change parks, all kinds of fun stuff. we won't get into all the details here, but it is coming soon. We already have the Instagram, the email, all the stuff.
That's it. That's it right now.
Just say all the stuff. All the stuff.
Yeah. You just can't find it.
We've all given our blood sacrifice for it.
Yeah.
Like, we're ready to go.
We already have a T-shirt.
It's important to note we're not going anywhere.
No.
iamGEEK will still be around. This is an additional show.
We'll see. No, it's good. Yeah, I'll still be
we
around.
have all kinds of time on our hands.
I do nothing but take care of kids and
I mean that's it.
Make kyber crystals and keep house running, and
I think what it's going to let us do though is focus in a little bit more on some things with iamGEEK, and maybe go back to doing some interviews and focus more on on
the morons.
We'll be on a lot more.
We can, and Chris will be able to be on those, and maybe it'll work better for his schedule and things like that. And we can maybe do every other week, but there'll be different feeds, so you'll subscribe to both of these shows, because you will, but you'll hear our
droids you're looking for.
That's right. Hear our golden voices.
Yes.
And then we'll all three go to Disney together all the time.
Yes.
And our private jet that we get from the sponsorship funds for
my vision board has a plane on there. Now it's only a 2-seater.
Oh, sorry.
So I'll have to just make extra
Wright
trips,
brothers?
I guess.
Well, I mean, if it's only a 2-seater, do you have like space for luggage? Because
there is space for luggage.
Okay, then Catherine should fold nicely.
Yeah, but I think the luggage max is like 80 pounds. So and that's the other thing. I'm like, I'm pushing the heavier end of what the pilot should probably weigh anyway. So like, there's things.
I think I'm going to take Southwest.
Okay,
and I'll meet you guys there, since you're both in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's an easy flight. Easy flight.
Anyways, so that is coming sooner than later.
We should do it. I mean, it's all Star Wars. We should just do it on May the 4th.
That's so the problem with that.
Well, there is a problem with that. Anyway,
go ahead. What would that problem be?
What
part of the reason why we're talking about tonight too, right?
Yeah. So last week, everybody hold on to your butts, as Samuel L. Jackson once said.
And Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Hold on to your butts.
I probably totally got that wrong. Did Samuel L. Jackson say that too?
He should have if he didn't. In fact, I think Samuel L. Jackson should play Doc Brown in the next Back to the Future movie when they remake it.
Love it.
You got to get this mother flipping car up to 80 miles an hour. I love Samuel L. Jackson. Anyways, all right. Last week we were talking about Chris was on a cruise, and I was hopefully, fingers crossed, was going to have a big announcement for a cruise for me. I've never been on a cruise before. And I was like, I want to go on a cruise. I've got to make this happen. But I don't aim low. If I'm going on a cruise, I'm going on a cruise.
You're going to shoot for the stars.
I'm going to shoot for the stars. And I hate it that we don't have our normal people.
You got a hold of Elon and you're going on SpaceX.
I'm going on SpaceX.
When he told me he was going to space, I for a second I was like, he's going on the Elon thing. And then I was like, oh, okay.
I met Elon here in Texas. He said, "Oh, you should come to space."
Right by Johnson Space Center. You're fine.
For May the 3rd, I'm going on the Galactic Starcruiser. This is where you add in the applause, Catron.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that real quick. Hold on just a second.
I can't believe it's happening. I've talked about it on here a bunch, and I said I can't afford to go on this thing because it's expensive. I know. I know. And I was going to be there for May the 4th at Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
I had a room. I had a room just me. I told Katrin, you should come. He can't come. I was like, Derek, you should come. He can't come. So I just found some strangers, and we're going on the Galactic Starcruiser.
Literally, yeah.
So I'm going to tell the story because this story is crazy. To me, it's crazy. So there's this group on Facebook called Galactic Starcruiser Sweet Mate Finder. And it's for people like me that can't afford to go by themselves and don't really have other people to go with them. Because, it's just the way life is sometimes. It's not that I'm lonely and have nobody to talk to or take places.
It's the way they've priced this thing. I mean,
it's the way they price this thing.
Yeah, it's
for now.
For now. And that's another reason why I'm like, I got to get on this thing because I have a feeling it's going to change sooner than later. And it won't be the same.
Yeah. And it'll still be cool, though.
Yeah, it'll be cool. But I have a feeling a lot of cool stuff's going to go away.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I was on this thing, and there was this guy looking to make a group for the May the 3rd voyage. And I'm like, that'll be perfect because I'm already there. But I told the guy, I was like, hey, if I'm going to go, it'd have to be like maxed out room, like 5 people in a room, which the rooms aren't that big. But I'm like, I'm probably not going to sleep the whole time, so it's going to be fine. And he was from Australia, and he said, yeah, let's get a group together. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, okay, let's get a group together. Woo, so then I get this message. It says, hey, I got the 5 people. We're good to go. Start planning. And I'm like, he set up a group chat with these people, 5 people. And I'm like, so I went to my wife and said, so, this happened, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, let's see if we can make it work out. So I'm talking, and we're talking in the chat, and one guy never says a word in the chat, never says anything. And I'm like, I don't think this guy's, I think this guy's gone. Yeah, I think he's like, boop. And they're like, oh, no, give him a chance. I'm like, he's nowhere to be found. So I was like, well, I can't go with just 4 people because that's going to raise the price. I posted something, and then somebody else was like, oh, I want to go. So then we have our 5 people again. And I'm like, okay, I guess it's going to happen. But then the main guy, the Australian guy, goes, hey, plane tickets just went way up in Australia and all this stuff. I'm not going to be able to make it. So Ryan, you're in charge. And I'm like, whoa. So now I'm the guy in charge. Of this thing. And I'm like, and I told the rest of the people, I'm like, I really need 5 people. Well, then we went on the Sweet Mate Finder, and I posted again, and this other guy pops on and says, hey, I've been looking I wanted to go alone because I went alone last time, but I don't want to pay for it to be alone, so I'm looking for a group. I go, okay, let's join up. Well, we have a friend of the show, Princess and Scoundrel. Sarah is a travel agent that specializes in the Starcruiser, and she lives around me, and our families get together every once in a while when we have a chance. So I messaged her and said, hey, I got this group. Can you be our travel agent? She goes, oh yeah, that's great. So we got the 5. We're locked in. We've paid the monies. Ooh. The monies have been paid. There's no backing out now. It's me, a guy from Alaska,
an Esk, no, I'm just kidding.
And 2 people from Florida and 1 person from New York, I think. So I think that's our 5. So it's people that don't know each other, but we've been talking in a group chat. We all seem to get along. It's going to be very interesting, but I'm excited for it. And I've already started planning out my costume because if I'm going on this thing, I'm going all out.
Yep.
Dressing the part.
Originally, weren't they you were supposed to go into costuming when they originally were talking about this?
No. I know you can buy costumes there.
Yeah, I remember, and maybe that was part of it, but I remember that part of it was supposed to be they get you all dressed up and ready to be part of the Star Wars universe.
Maybe.
Oh.
And from what I hear, a lot of people dress up, and then there's a lot of people that don't dress up. But the May 3rd voyage is being put on, or not put on, but a group Princeton's a Scoundrel, some other YouTubers have sort of made it like an event.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a lot of people that are in the Star Wars community there that really want to play the part. So hopefully it's not going to be like random families with kids that just are just there because, hey, this looks cool, let's do that. Well, we don't really know anything about Star Wars, but kids go run wild, because I've heard that's happened and kids are running wild and like harassing the actors and stuff. So hopefully that's, finger crossed, with the people that's going, that's not going to happen. But yeah, it's exciting. I was so excited that I do make kyber crystals. And I'm like, everybody talks about the drinks on the ship. They're so good. And there's one called the Hoth Icebreaker. And you'll have to look it up because I don't have a picture. But I made a little Hoth Icebreaker that works in my lightsaber that I'm going to try to make some more. This is sort of like the first try at it. So it's probably going to look different. But it glows in the dark. It's really cool.
Very cool.
So I'll probably take some of those and hand out. And I'm going to take a bunch of kyber crystals. And I think that's going to be sort of my background. I'm a kyber crystal smuggler.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a scoundrel?
Yeah, scoundrel.
So but I am Savi's workshop or something.
Well, I am going to. The outfit that I'm going to wear is going to be based on the new outfit from Cal Kestis and Jedi Survivor,
which they delayed.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, that's right.
5 weeks.
Oh.
5 weeks. It was supposed to come out like right around my birthday. Not anymore.
That's well, I can't play it. I can't play it anyways. So
looks like I don't have to count this year's birthday.
It just gives you more time to play Hogwarts.
Oh, indeed.
But so the trip is all set. I originally was going to be there, and I'm a DVC member, which is Disney Vacation Club. So I had a Saratoga room booked, and I was supposed to fly in on the 3rd. And everybody's like, "Don't fly in the day of, because if your train gets delayed, if your plane gets delayed,
if your train gets delayed, it's 1918.
We're talking about Hogwarts again.
Yeah, if your plane gets delayed, then you can miss like the whole first day, which I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I went on, and I was flying Spirit because we had some credit, which I hate Spirit. I'm just going to say it. I went on there thinking, oh, this is going to be a pain, but I could change my flight to the day before, and they gave me money back. I'm like,
what?
Wow.
What, Spirit?
You know,
money back?
I'm not a fan of the budget lines either, but like Frontier is doing a thing this summer for $3.99 for unlimited trips.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really thinking about doing that.
Like, even if you just go 1 or 2 trips,
it's only to like one place in the middle of like Oklahoma.
It's only certain dates. I mean, there are blackout dates and places, but still, I mean, like
I can travel last minute. I don't have kids. I don't have anything tying me down. Like, it's like, oh, I'll just go somewhere, and I'll just pack like my Pelican case full of clothes and just have a carry-on. That's it.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
So I got money back. And then I called DVC, and I'm like, hey, I need to cancel part of my stay because I don't fly back out till Sunday. So that's usually a hassle too. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And I said, I need to move one of the days to the 2nd. And I wonder if my wife's going to listen to
this. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, I won't do it.
Come on.
So I switched. I switched one of my days, and I'm like, well, where can I stay? Because I'm originally Saratoga Springs, but some of the points that I had were borrowed, and you couldn't like put them back. It's a mess. DVC can be annoying sometimes. So the first night, I'm doing it up, and staying. I'm not. My wife's gonna be so jealous. Staying at the big one, the Grand Floridian.
Oh, King in the Castle.
I know.
You're going on the Starcruiser, and then
I thought, I'm doing it a big time. I might as well do it a big time. And it's not like I'm paying for it because it's DVC.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. So, and I thought,
I'm DVC. It's free.
Well, we've had it
You're
so long
vested.
we've paid it off, and it's just like
The
dues.
dues, yeah.
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 Anyways, because I thought I'm not going to have a car because I don't want to rent a car because there's really no reason for me to rent a car this time because I'll just be at the Starcruiser and at Disney hotels.
Yep.
So I was like, if I fly in the day of, and if I'm on the monorail loop, then I can just go around and check out the Magic Kingdom. I probably won't get to ride it, but I can at least see Tron.
I mean, you could. I mean, you'll be there.
So can I can do that from like at 6 a.m. here? Like try to get
I see what you're saying. So you wanting to maybe try to ride it the day you get there is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of people doing that. I don't think you have to be geographically located somewhere, and I'm probably wrong.
And once you get it, I think even though it gives you a window, didn't they say that you could still use it all day?
I mean, I think they're pretty loose on that stuff. Yeah. If something
you have to ride
comes
it
up
at night, I think that's the problem they're going to have. Is that if that's the policy that you can, they're pretty loose with it. Everybody's going to want to ride it at night.
Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, so they had that special event for the DVC and some other people that you could buy this special passes at DVC. No, D23. That's what it was. For DVC, D23 people, you could buy this special pass to ride it, and it's like this big event, and it's at night. So you can ride it as many times as you want. It's sold out in seconds, but you get there's like food, and you ride as many times as you want, and I'm sure they have some kind of pin or something, but it's like you have to be a DVC Gold member or whatever it is.
D23 Gold member?
God, yes, thank you. Too many D's here.
The D. So I'll be Grand Floridian and then Starcruiser and then Saratoga.
So again, you fly in really early, right? You get there before the park opens. Is that what you said?
No, well, that was before.
Okay.
That was when I was going in on the 3rd. When I get there, I should get there. I fly in and get there like at 12:30.
So that's that's going to be your challenge because yes, you probably could check into the virtual queue, but maybe, and I could be totally wrong with that, but you could also potentially get one of those earlier times, and they might. And I mean, they've been loose with it, but they might not, and so, but you might as well try it. You never know.
Might as well.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Worth a shot. Yeah.
And they should have two windows, right? The morning and the afternoon.
I think so. Possibly. Yeah. But the afternoon one, you usually have to be in the park.
Yes. But you would be there by that time. So
yeah,
if you wanted to go there, yeah.
So you're going to go over to the Poly, do some Trader Sam's while you're over there?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably not stay up too late that first night just because I've heard that like Starcruiser is like go. Like
especially if you want to be involved with everything.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to just sit around in the room, watch TV or whatever.
No, I'm not Chris. That's what he does on cruises.
Hey, we talked about this. I have come to really enjoy watching TV in my room on the cruise ship.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. But on the Starcruiser, no. I won't be doing that.
No, not on the Starcruiser.
And really, there's not a TV except for the one that's like the old communicator thing, right?
It is a TV though. It turns into an actual TV. You can switch it.
Well, that seems pointless.
I don't know why anybody would be like, I think I'll sit in here and watch the Disney Channel all day
on a Star Wars TV.
Maybe if you're like me and you're going to sleep and you like having the TV on and you want your Mickey shorts on while you're going to sleep.
There's definitely some downtime or something. Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe. Yeah.
I might just stay up all night partying.
Oh yeah, I guess that also proposes the question though, what do we think is going to happen to the Starcruiser? Because they're already saying they're going to make changes to it.
Yeah.
And they're canceling even more people's stays.
Yeah, I think it's sad, but I think a lot of the show elements will go away.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'll turn it. I don't know how they would turn it into an actual just regular Disney resort because there's no pool area. There's none of that.
And it's too small.
Yeah.
I'd say just make it an adults only hotel. Make the first one at Disney World.
Oh. So hopefully I get in and get to experience it once before it changes into whatever. Who knows? It may not change. Maybe they'll just be like, oh, let's just make the prices less.
I like, as much as I would love that and like, oh yeah, it's Disney, they can handle it. The amount of money that it costs for the cast members for that, I couldn't imagine, especially right now with their bargaining deals that are happening and Universal kind of beating them up, where Universal just raised their minimum wage to $17.
Just think if Universal said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a Harry Potter hotel that's all like the Starcruiser.
Yeah.
Game over. And we're going to do it, and it's only $1,000 a night.
Yeah. Yep. It would be sort of game over. I don't know. I think there's cutbacks they can do and still maybe have the show elements and everything. Now, when Galaxy's Edge first opened, when you went, every cast member there was like so into it. And they were like, here's my backstory. This is where I'm from. This is, what is that contraption you have in your hand? It's a phone. Don't know what that is. Oh, you need the restroom. Oh, we don't. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the refresher? Like they were like all into it. But then as it's gone on, now when you go and you try to, not everybody, but a lot of the cast members, you try to do that same thing with them. They're like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I just sort of work here type thing. So I could see that sort of happen with the Starcruiser where it's like,
I'm off at 3. Like it's
yeah. I could see that happening where it's like, okay, we don't have paid actors anymore. Here's your mission to go on.
Yeah,
it's on your Disney. It's on your Disney Play app. Just go to your Disney Play app. And you could do all the missions there. There's not going to be anybody like alive talking to you, but you'll have your droid on your.
Well, they did just put out the Walt Disney hologram for 100 years, so maybe they'll just make the holograms of everybody. And that's in one of the books. What is it? The Keys to the
Kingdom Keepers.
Kingdom Keepers. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, I read the first one.
I read all of them with my son. They're good.
Are they still going to do the show or talking about that, or is that a rumor?
They were going to do a different show that sounded like Kingdom Keepers, but they're like, it's not Kingdom Keepers. Yeah. So I don't know if they're going to do it still though. Somebody else was, I don't know, in charge of it. Yeah, I'm hoping I can do Guardians when I'm there because I haven't got to do it.
Yep, that'd be good.
It's wonderful.
That's what I've heard.
Just make sure you're looking forward. Like, look where they want you to look, because the people that are getting sick, from what I've been gathering more, is that they're looking around. They're doing the whoa, and because it's amazing when you're on it. Like, it's very easy to do that.
Yeah.
But then you get disoriented, and if you're looking where they want you to look, like, you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to see any backstage stuff. You're just look forward, and you probably will be fine.
Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's still days.
I'm happy
for months away.
Very happy for you.
You'll be in space on May the 4th then.
We'll be on planet.
You'll be on planet, I guess. Yeah, well, good. That's good.
Yeah, so basically May the 3rd will be on the ship heading towards Batuu.
Yes.
And then May 4th, you can travel to Batuu on their little van that's truck that they put you in the back of that makes it look like they're on a shuttle.
Yeah.
Because it's a box truck.
Yeah.
And then you can go back and forth until like 4 o'clock, I think. And from what I've heard, like, they're really good, or they used to be. I don't know if they are now. Like, if let's say there's like some merch for May the 4th that's coming out. Like, you tell people on the Starcruiser, hey, I really want this. And they're like, yeah, we'll go get it for you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like wait in line. I don't know if they will, but I've heard them doing that. You pay a freak enough.
Yeah.
And it's Disney, so they should take care of you.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited to see what because every year or the past couple of years they've come out with or that it's been open new lightsabers for May the 4th. So I'm excited to see who they bring out, like what lightsaber comes out this one. Last year it was this one, the Asajj version, the yellow, and I don't have the other. This is still like my favorite lightsaber. It's so
cool. Yeah, I like the holes.
I know you tried to get me in trouble and buy one when
I know
we were down there.
Like, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So I don't know what they'll bring out. They had a poll for the fans to pick a lightsaber, and it was, I don't know why they did the Padawan version, but it was Kanan Jarrus from Rebels, but it was when he was a Padawan. It's his Padawan version. So it hasn't come out yet, but that one won. Padawan? So yeah. So I'm excited. That's all I have to say about that. We'll have more info. We're around the 60-day mark. You can start booking stuff. So I'll start booking stuff for the trip. So yeah. But that's my big news. You guys got any news or? I know Derek's been playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Man. I have been playing Hogwarts Legacy.
How is it?
It's incredible. So like I'm a fairly big Harry Potter fan, but I have not been to the park yet because I hadn't been to Disney in probably, I don't know, like 10 years until my wife and I finally went, and it was her first time going. And then we got annual passes and we're going all the time. But like when you have annual passes, it's hard to justify that extra cost.
Yeah.
Especially because Universal's expensive. It's very expensive. And so we just never went. And then we had a trip planned and the pandemic hit. Yeah. And so it was just kind of one of those things that happened. But I would say I'm more than just a casual fan. Like I know a lot about it or enough about it. In the game, you don't have to know anything about it because it's set before Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Like visually, it's one of the best games I've ever seen. It's so massive. And I don't even have I maybe have 4 hours in it right now. I've just been too busy. But it's so easy to just get lost in it.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park. Now, I know they're doing some patches to help some stability things or whatever. The biggest disappointment is that they've got the Quidditch pitch. You can't play Quidditch.
It's canceled for the season, huh?
Yeah, and that's like the very beginning of the game. It's like they make this very well known. You can't play. You can go there and fly a broom around, which I haven't gotten to the point where I can fly a broom yet, but I'll get there. But you can't play. And the other thing that's pretty disappointing to me is that it's not multiplayer online. But then you'd get guys like me and Slytherin, and we're just going to be griefing everybody. And because that's exactly what I would do. I mean, were you watching No, you weren't watching. I was playing, and like this girl asked me to do this mission for this family heirloom, and I found it, and I decided not to give it back to her. And I kept it, but that was one of the options.
I saw the clip. Yeah.
It was
That's awesome.
It was so great.
I think I'd rather not give it to you.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard.
That's awesome.
I could not stop laughing.
You talked about there's no Quidditch, but and no multiplayer, but that would be the perfect thing to add. Like as a mini game or something that's just multiplayer. Like reminds me of like the Halo games where you could play those like the soccer thing or whatever.
Yeah, and I'd pay extra for that. Like,
yeah,
I'd pay another $30 for that.
Oh gosh, wow. Yeah.
I definitely would, because that would be a pretty big multiplayer expansion. All they have to do is take Rocket League and put Harry Potter on it. Like, very similar.
Yeah. We'll get on that.
Yeah.
Games.
Yeah, games. I thought you were saying for me, like, you
can make that
on that.
Katrin, you haven't been to Harry Potter World?
I've not been to Harry Potter World. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I've the only time I've been to Universal was in 2005 on my honeymoon. So I got to see Jaws before it got close.
It's Harry Potter now.
It's Harry Potter now. I know.
So we've got a big Disney fan in the chat now. Definition of concrete here. That's one of my clients.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Takes his that's Jarvis. Jarvis takes his wife and kids down there, and him and I've been talking about going down and having a good old time down there for sure.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Now, with May the 4th, I'm potentially going to be in Key West May 3rd through the 7th.
It's a little drive.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to be there at that point. You're booked up. Like I
get through the 5th. I'll be on planet the 4th.
I know, but like the 3rd through the 7th, I would have to be in Key West.
Oh, why? Yeah. When do I leave? I don't know.
Oh, Jarvis said Jaws was epic. I have a great Jaws story. And is that ride still there? It's gone now.
It's now Diagon Alley.
That's right. There you go. I was on there and it was pouring down rain and we were with my family. And we get on and we had spent $20 a person for ponchos or whatever. And we're like, we'll go on Jaws because it's covered. And we're going, the boat's going. And my mom was sitting on the end. And every time the boat would just barely turn, the water would all dump on my mom. and it'd be this thing where she was very upset about it at first, but then it got really funny. And then it was the part where the guy driving the boat is firing the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I don't know if it's like it was an actuator. And so they just know this one goes off this way. So he knows where to aim. And he's laughing so hard that he points like way over to the right and fires and like over there to the left it goes off. He's like, oh, one of those new turning bullets. The rest of the ride he couldn't even perform it because she was just soaked. She looked like a drowned rat. And it was so awesome. It was one of my favorite Florida memories.
But you guys would love the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I think I like Diagon Alley better than the other Hogsmeade. It's just so cool. You can, it doesn't have the castle over there and everything, but you can, it just feels like, you're in that world because it's all just sort of towering over you. And you can go down Nocturne Alley, and which they don't really advertise where that is. You sort of have to find it, but it's please refrain from spamming.
I know, that's what I'm laughing at. I'm like, oh, how dare you interact with us?
Anyways,
it's probably not the worst thing to have on. It's okay.
You think you'll be down there in November, Derek?
No, I will not.
Oh,
cruises, man.
Oh well.
I got cruises.
Tom Cruise does it again.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be on some of the Sixth Man cruises. I'm not sure which one it is that week, but
all right,
one of them.
Well, never mind. I was gonna say we could go check it out when you're there, but
I know. But depending, if you want to extend your trip, I could always drive down before Key West or after.
Oh, well, I get there the 2nd.
Oh,
yeah, because that's where I'm staying in, on the monorail loop. Room all to myself, so
Jarvis. Everybody saw my punishment. It'll go away after the live is over, but it was pretty funny.
How dare you make laughing faces at us?
Oh, Catron, you got muted, I think.
Oh, Catron's muted.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, he's gone. He doesn't even know. He's just talking away like nothing's wrong.
Oh, wait, we have our special.
We have our chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself.
That's great.
I don't know if everybody saw the punishment, so I think we see it. Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry. I turned it off. Okay.
He'll never come back on the show.
I turned it off.
He totally will. He's great. If you saw his Twitch stream, you'd be totally fine. It's okay.
Yeah, we could talk. Derek, we could.
Yes, Charles, I have. I was that kid that got whooped in church.
I threw up in church one time, so that was cool.
This took a turn. This took a turn. Oh, you made me cry. I got a whooping on Main Street, man.
Right down the middle of Main Street?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I got whooped, right down the middle.
Is that Big and Rich?
What happens when you...
Big and Rich?
It's all down the middle of Main Street. That sounds like the song lyric.
Oh, no, that's the song they sing on Main Street. Right down the middle of Main Street, USA.
I was thinking of Main...
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
You got a whip in there, too.
Oh, my gosh.
We don't talk about that on here.
On a positive note, Jarvis is making me laugh. But on a positive note, did you guys see the new Mandalorian clip today?
Yes, that's Grogu spinning the chair, stealing the M&Ms.
Great.
I didn't see it.
Somebody said those are just M&Ms, and somebody licked the M's off of them.
I just love when he spins around in the chair, and it's like he's such a little kid, and they're playing that up, and I love it. And
50-year-old kid.
Yeah, I think the direction. I hope that the direction they're going. You know, you always want it to be great, but I hope there's a little bit more of that like playful side, but still.
Yeah,
what's going to happen to him? Like, why isn't he in the 3 new movies?
Oh, because those are just a figment of our imagination.
I'm telling you, all they have to do is put them into that extra universe. They've already done it in Rebels. Let's do it. Let's erase them, but they still exist.
Yeah,
make 3 new ones. It's fine. No one's going to be mad.
And that's just more money, Disney. Just more money.
Yes, exactly. You get it. You both get it.
Just more money.
That will be on the new podcast.
I did watch.
That's a sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak peek. I did watch The Force Awakens with my son because he wanted to watch some Star Wars. I'm like, oh, you haven't watched it. And as we were watching it, I'm like, you know what? This movie was pretty good. And it had a lot of potential.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of potential.
And then that second one came out.
What went wrong? And then he's like, what's next? And I'm like, oh, that's it. That's all the movies.
Not to do anymore.
So I told my wife, I'm like, should I show them The Last Jedi? And because this is the movie that shall not be named. It's the Voldemort of my Star Wars. And she goes, you have to show it to him. And I'm like, no. I don't want to sit through that again.
You don't have to.
I don't have to do anything. I'm an adult.
And they tried on the last one to bring it back. They just you couldn't come back from that. The code breaker. Like, why? I don't we need to talk. We don't have to talk about it.
No, we don't talk. So I'm just trying to decide. What do you think? Should I show him the next movie?
You have
to. Poll.
Yeah. You have to.
A poll. Yeah, make a poll for definition of concrete answer, because I don't think anybody else will.
Jarvis has not seen. Oh, I can't say this. I'm going to say it. He hasn't seen any Star Wars movies.
Oh.
Shut it down. We're done. Stream over.
I told him that we can't go. And he loves Galaxy's Edge.
He's been to Galaxy's Edge and he hasn't seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
Jarvis.
What's the
looking at you?
And
you're going to get reprimanded for a second time in the comments.
And with that name, he's never seen Iron Man.
Oh.
But I will say he's a super great guy. And okay. Yeah. So he said he wants to see him. So I'm gonna make him. Well, I'm gonna watch him with him. It's gonna be great.
Hold his hand. Well, you don't hold his hand. It's like
whatever.
Wait, what is the name of it? It's the Last Jedi? What was the
the Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker. Oh, Last Jedi is the one. Okay, I was trying to make a little thing.
He's making a poll.
It'll be a banner. I have no idea what it's going to do. We'll see what happens. The Last Jedi. Should Ryan allow his son to see Last Jedi? Here it goes. Let's see what it does.
Oh, okay.
Is it coming on YouTube?
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, I thought it was going to be on YouTube where you can like.
It is. Yeah, it'll show up. It'll just take a while.
No, you can make polls in YouTube where it pops
I know.
up.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to.
Yeah. Should he? Yes, you have.
Yeah, we'll watch it,
You have
and
to
I'll go.
let him watch it.
I'll send.
And he's probably gonna like it.
Yeah, he probably will, and I'll be like, he'll be like,
kids do.
Man, that part where they rescued those horse things—that's the greatest Star Wars moment ever. And I'm gonna be like, no, just take it back.
Children focus on different things than we do, and miss things that we don't miss.
Well,
and
it was funny,
like commercials
at the end of the movie when Luke on Force Awakens, when Luke comes on screen, and it's all the emotional in the movie. He goes, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's Luke." He's like, "No, it's not."
Who's that old guy?
He's too fat.
He's like, "That's not." That's
Jarvis
not
said there
Luke.
was a Star Wars game on PlayStation 1 that was unbelievable. Which one was it? There's been some great Star Wars games.
PlayStation 1.
I can Google it. I'm just gonna have to.
Because there were some Battlefront games on Xbox, but then there were the Jedi.
Is it Dark Forces?
No, well, it could be Dark Forces. Yeah, Dark Forces or
Dark Forces, Phantom Menace,
yeah,
Rebel Assault 2, Jedi Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles. There was a lot.
Oh, I had that game. I think I had the Power Battle game. It had the yellow lightsaber in it.
What about the pod racing? What was pod racing?
That was on N64, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they re-released it on the Switch, and you can play it multiplayer too.
Yeah.
See, we should. This is an episode we can have and go through all the video games. My son has watched show me a video on YouTube of all the history of Star Wars games, and it's interesting.
Huh. Yeah, I had one on Super Nintendo that was just wonderful.
Yeah. There was one there that was like, it was Luke, and you had his lightsaber, and it was like a side scroller. Super Return of the Jedi or something like that was one of those, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, this will all be on Living with the Land.
That's right. The first
soon.
Star Wars game I remember playing though was the one in the arcade where you've got the two little handles and you're flying, and it doesn't look like anything, but man,
Arcade One Up makes that now. Like, so you can buy that for
that's
your
right.
house. And it's pretty great. They did a really nice job. And there's guys that will mod them and make them bigger. And they also have the one that you can sit in too. And there's guys that have modded those and made like the full cabinet that goes around you.
They had it at Disney Quest way back when.
That's right.
I always would go play that at Disney Quest.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I think I need that in my studio. I don't have enough space down here.
Guess you'll have to get a bigger studio.
I'm working on that. I'm working on it. Okay. I want to put another one outside. Since I sold the one outside and we didn't end up selling the house, I would love to build another studio outside. That's the goal for maybe this summer. I don't know.
Okay. Here's a question. So the video with the pelican where you dropped it in a pool, is that your pool?
No, God. No.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's hard to say.
Oh, that was Jarvis. That's in the chat. That's
okay. Because what I was going to say, if that was a pool, then you know what you need to do. Living with the Seas underwater studio.
What?
And you could live out your Full House fantasies when they did their show underwater at Living with the Seas.
I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
That was the greatest.
Oh my gosh. I do remember them being in the parade at Hollywood Studios. Well, MGM at the time.
I loved when TGIF would do those shows because it was it's Disney. It's Disney World.
So much money. People were booking trips like crazy.
Yeah. I could see Uncle Jesse at Disney World. He could play me a song.
He just signed on to do the Beach Boys cruise.
Oh.
And I have the potential of going.
Oh, cool.
So we'll see. We will see. I mean, it's going to be like a game day decision.
Yeah. That would be cool. Beach Boys are great.
Yeah, I was on Kayamo with Brian Wilson. And that was the last cruise before everything got shut down. But yeah, the Beach Boys cruise is March 3rd through the 8th. So if I'm on it, like I'll find out like a day or two before. Like, oh yeah, you're on. Go.
If you need somebody to carry your bags or anything, let me know.
Yeah, man. John Stamos, though. I want to hang out with John Stamos.
I do too. I want him to sing me. I want him to sit down at the piano and just sing me a song.
Yeah. If every word is said. Tell me you did. That song was a banger.
Yep.
It's so good.
All right. Well, Katrin, you got anything?
You know what we haven't talked about? We talked a little bit about it on the last episode because we talked about the Super Bowl. We had a big section about the Super Bowl. We didn't talk about commercials. But specifically, do we want to talk about any of the trailers that came out? So Indiana Jones was the first one that popped up that I saw.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
It's a lot of callbacks, right? It's like, you remember this guy? And this girl?
So afraid.
Are you still a Nazi?
I'm like, I'm really excited, but I'm terrified for this movie. Like,
I know.
Especially after the last one.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because everybody was so ready for that. We were all hyped.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it just was.
Yeah, it's sort of the Last Jedi of the Indiana Jones verse.
Yeah.
What other trailers did we have?
We had Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right?
And
Melatonin. I thought that said Mandalorian for a second.
You wouldn't know what that is. Thanks for hanging out, Jarvis. I appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, Jarvis.
You're welcome anytime.
Every time.
Every time. You won't be shamed every time.
No.
Yeah, I turned it off just for you.
As long as you watch Star Wars again. Yeah, Guardians. That trailer looked like bring your tissues.
No.
You know.
Who's it going to be?
A bunch of them, probably. I think it'll be more than one.
So Quantumanium comes out this weekend, right? And it's going to be a tearjerker, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's a tearjerker, probably in some ways. And then Wakanda Forever, everybody cried with that one, I guess.
That was good. I watched that one the other night.
You know, there was a lot of hate for that movie. I loved it. I loved it
too.
I'm like, they did as good as they could have done with the situation they were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
The end credit scene or the mid credit scene. Oh, that got me good. Katrin can't read, so he hasn't watched that one.
So I started watching it, and I was trying to watch it in the background while I was working, and I couldn't watch it because you have to read a bunch of subtitles. So I haven't finished it. I'll try it again.
I
liked it. Yeah,
I still haven't seen Thor.
Oh, don't bother.
New one.
Oh, it's fun.
Not good.
I'll watch it. I just
Wakanda Forever. I was glad though because it redeemed those other.
Sure.
Because I did not like the new Thor movie, and I really didn't like the new Doctor Strange movie. But
no, I didn't either.
Wakanda Forever. I was like, that was good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
So I guess my point is like so that one's sad, and then Quantumanium is probably gonna be sad, and now we're saying Guardians is gonna be sad. Are they all gonna be sad this year until Loki?
I think they're all going to be sad because in one way or another they're transitioning to new characters. So the old characters or actors are leaving, and I mean, Batista's already said he's not coming back as Drax. So does that mean Drax dies, or he just doesn't want to do it anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know. Star-Lord, is something going to happen to Star-Lord? I don't know.
You never know.
But they're introducing new characters in it, and then
Groot looks pretty beefy too. Like
he's in his teenage years, so he's like
Vin Diesel is just going to be wearing like leaves and vines at some point. He's just going to be on screen. It's like
Groot, which is our namesake, right?
Yes, that's where we got iamGEEK from. I'm Groot. Yeah. So
there's those.
He doesn't die again.
Yeah.
The Flash was
that was going to be the other one. Yeah. I saw that preview 4 or 5 times tonight while watching BattleBots. They kept playing it over and over again, so I've seen it several, and it keeps getting cheesier every time I watch it. I'm like, God,
I don't care. It's got,
you know what?
It's got Michael Keaton in it.
Exactly, and that's the only reason anyone's going to go see it.
Yeah,
or most people at least. Like my nephew is a pretty big Flash fan, and he's like, I'm just going to see it because of Michael Keaton. Good. Because you're smart.
I heard though at the end credits, you're possibly going to see who the new Batman's going to be, and they're saying it's not going to be Michael Keaton.
Well,
for this universe or whatever.
It says in some of the credits or notes or whatever that Ben Affleck's in it too.
He's in it, but again, it said it's not going to be Michael Keaton. It's not going to be Ben Affleck for the new Batman.
So it's going to be another like multiverse type thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, Ben Affleck was in the trailer. I'm pretty sure, wasn't he?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I saw Michael
4 times, but
I saw Michael Keaton and cried. So I was like,
but this is about Flashpoint, right? Isn't that?
Yeah.
So Flashpoint has
to save his mom.
Yeah, he did. Flash does something and it messes up the timelines, and it's the whole multiverse thing. Just everybody's doing, but they, which this is an old story that they've had, and they did it in the Flash show, which Grant, what's his name's going to be in it, and, and there's multiple. Is that the Supergirl? I guess
that's Supergirl.
Yeah,
but she's
gonna have blonde hair though. That was weird.
Well, it's 2023.
They do have more fun,
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. So I want to see a Flash movie for Michael Keaton. That's about
sure. It. Yeah. Oh, I'll watch it for sure. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater, but we'll see it.
I like Danny DeVito's interview where they're asking him, who do you think's the best Batman? Like, there was another Batman?
Yeah, it was like Michael Keaton. That's the only one.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
The one I was
like, would you like us to read the rest of them? No. That's it.
I love him.
Yep. All right. Well, there we go.
I think that's it.
You think that's it?
That was fun.
I was going to share my washing machine story today, but I don't have to. I can.
I mean, you just said,
why don't you now?
People will be left wondering what happened with the.
I know it makes them want to come back for more next week. Like, oh gosh, I hope he tells that washing machine story next week.
Next week on iamGEEK podcast,
washing machines.
It's a washing.
All right, I'll tell it really fast, and then we'll go because we're over time.
Oh.
Okay, so my brain, my wife is gone, so it's that's always hard with the kids. And no, she's on a work trip.
Okay.
She's on a work trip.
My wife's gone.
Yeah, she's on a work trip. So my brain and then I homeschool the kids, which is crazy. I don't know how I'm doing that, but I am. So my brain was frazzled. Our dog is older, and sometimes instead of going to the door, he's just like, "Here's a good place to pee," and he'll just pee in the floor, as one does.
I do it all the time.
So he peed in the floor, and I cleaned it up, and I stuck the towels in the washing machine, and started it, and then I hear my mom, who's here, say, "I will be peeing in the floor again." So we had to clean that up, and I'm like, I'll just throw this in with what I had already put in, not thinking about the time that had passed between when I put the first in and I got this other towel, because I didn't want the house stinking like pee. So I paused the washing machine, which I've done many times before.
Yeah.
And I opened the door, but what I didn't realize is that usually when I pause the washing machine is right when I first started. It had filled up with soap and water.
Uh-oh.
And when I opened the door, the dam was let loose, and soap and water poured out of the washing machine all over the floor. And I'm like screaming. My mom walks in there. She's like, "What is happening?" I'm like, "I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot." The kids are like, "That looks so fun. Can we play in it?" And I'm like, "No." Like, we want to slide in it and stuff. I'm like, no. So I had to clean all that. Well, I posted a picture on Facebook and saying, "How's everybody? This is my day. How's everybody else's day going?" Well, one of our mutual friends, Terry Weaver, Derek, responded with I think he was trying to be helpful. He goes, "Oh, don't worry. Sometimes those get clogged up. You just have to go inside the washing machine. You got to empty this thing out. You clean that out, let it run, and then you'll be fine." And I'm like, so I responded to him.
Help you out.
Yeah, I responded to him, which he didn't respond back. So he's probably like, "This guy's an idiot." I responded to him. I said, "Terry, for most people, that would be the answer. But for me and my stupidity, that is not the answer because I just opened the machine up while it was full of water.
And I'm still old school. I got that top load.
Me too.
Yeah. Well,
Hardly
you
any
wouldn't
problems.
have that problem.
That's right.
You'd be okay. But
No.
now
I can't
I
even
had
open
that washing machine for 12 years.
I guarantee now, though, we have the cleanest laundry room floor
Nice.
within 50 miles. You know,
Well, good.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. But the thing that made it worse, when I opened it, I just opened it in one motion and threw the peed on towel in there, but it started pouring out. I was like, oh no. So I closed it, but the towel got stuck in the door. The door wouldn't close, so it just kept pouring out. Just soap and water just kept, and I'm like, so I finally shoved it in there. I got the door closed, and then I was just standing in ankle deep water.
Poor guy.
But my feet were clean.
Yeah, at least it's a cleaning kind of thing, and not like
but
it's
I had
not
to
like it's a lot of pee coming out of the.
No, it was. There was a shoe rack there. There's a shoe rack there. So a bunch of shoes were like full of soap suds and stuff.
Still better than having your shoes full of pee.
Yeah, that is true.
It's true. Shining, but with a washing machine and pee.
That was my day. That was
good.
My day.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I don't deny it. I don't, and I'm raising children. But they let me raise children.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? Who'd have thought? Anyways, all right. Well, Derek, thanks for coming back on, especially last minute.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you for everybody in the comments and watching and listening. Make sure you check out iamGEEK group on Facebook. Join the group. We have fun when we can. iamGEEKshow on YouTube. iamGEEKshow on Instagram. If you want to email us for some reason, iamGEEKshow@gmail.com. Give me your washing machine tips. And then the new show, Living with the Landspeeder, will be coming soon. And we'll be back with you next week with something fun, something new. And of course, say it with me now. Go ahead, Derek. Something geeky. Oh, he got it. Yay.
Yes. I've seen the show a time or two.
Bye-bye.
And we're out.
Yay.
Maybe. Are we?
We're still on YouTube. I just
Okay.
have to cut
So
it when I
great.
cut it. And...
Well, YouTube has dropped off. So there's me.
Yeah.
Me.
So I guess
You
we'll
and
just
I.
go.
We can just go.
Just
Thanks,
you
YouTube.
and I.
Bye.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
YouTube.
We can still talk.
I